Good morning, one and all. I'm back here with a new chapter of geography. So here we're going to study something regarding our Earth. So depending upon that, today we will discuss a first chapter of our syllabus. Before that, may I know, can you give me some beautiful reasons why you want to stay on Earth? Yes, because it provides us natural resources, air, water, minerals, everything. And what we are doing towards our Earth, whether it's a good thing? No. We all know we are doing something or other, directly or indirectly, something negative impact upon our Earth. But this Earth is giving so much and more than enough resources and more than enough things to us. So how these things are being meant, you all know. In these coming ocean days, we have thought about ocean. In last June 5th Environmental Day, we were thinking about environment. But whether we have thought about our Earth and its surroundings, how it's happening, how our time changes when we ticks, how our season changes, these all are the concepts which are unknown to us. But it's being felt by us. This is the thing where we have to think once or twice or thrice. Why? When we are having such a thing, you all know when India is having night here, in America it will be day. We all know that concept because of its shape of elliptical or being obligated sphere, that's the shape of Earth, all this concept. But how these seasons are being occurred? How we are having summer, winter, other hemisphere is having something else, all these contents. So for making you to be defined about each and every content about seasons, first of all we are going to talk about seasons. So I can understand you all know the four major seasons of Earth, that is winter, autumn, spring, summer. Very great. So it's not in order what I ever said. It will be in something some other orders. And may I recall something from your mind? Which calendar we are following? Yeah, it's an English calendar which is being generated from Europeans, that is being adopted by us. So depending upon that, we are having 365 days, and that 365 days doesn't have similar seasons. What's the reason behind that? There are many other reasons and many more reasons behind all these concepts, all these concepts. So you can see there something is being drawn behind me. Now may I ask, looking onto that picture, what is being shown in that pictures? What is being mentioned in these pictures? Some lines are being drawn. What will be these? Yes, you may have studied this in the previous classes. These are all called as latitudes, which are being parallelly drawn on Earth's surface. But it's not being drawn by originally, it's being just imaginary lines being drawn for our consent to make the zones of climates. So today we are going to discuss about seasons. So as you all know, we are having mainly four seasons, that is winter, autumn, summer, spring. Vast, in we can say short, we are having vast as our four seasons, four major seasons. In between there are pre-winter and off-winter, all those are there. We don't consider all those, we are just considering major four seasons of our Earth. And these seasons are because of something which is within our Earth. You can see here the globe, how it's being posted. It's being having some tiltness. What is that tiltness? Yes, it's called tiltness of Earth's axis. This axis, we all having one axis that is called as backbone. Likewise, our Earth is also having an imaginary axis. It's not an real axis, it's also an imaginary axis which is holding our Earth little bit slighted. It's not little bit, it's nearly 23-degree vertical. If you are taking here as a vertical, it is having 23 degree, and if you are taking it from horizontal manner, you can see it is having 66 degree. So that's the two things you have to understand. Our Earth is having such a huge variety within itself. So there we come with the first first feature of our earth, that is tiltness. So one reason for our change in the seasons is nothing but tiltness in our earth shape or its axis. So I'm writing here the tiltness. It's a tiltness which makes one of the changes or one of the reason for the changes in the season. How and however that we will discuss in coming period. So next reason, can you give me the second reason why we are having such a change in the seasons? Varied varieties of seasons are being shown in our earth in different continents. So why? Yeah, it's nothing other thing, it's because of its rotation. This is called its rotation. So due to the rotation of earth is also having changes in time as well as in season. Rotation, you know, now here this part is following the lights, this part is not having the lights. So where the night will be there? Yeah, on the back side, that is on the Asian side the night will be there, on day side will be on American side. So this is how we have to think about rotation and revolution. Now revolution is not consist of our historic revolution. It is being consist of, if I am the sun, the earth is rotating here and revolving around me like this. So this is called the revolution. And one more thing you have to understand, it is not rotating in a similar manner in the same circle like our tracks in a ground. No, it's completely wrong if you are having such a thing. It's like an elliptical orbit, the earth is being rotating. If it is in elliptical means like elongated sphere like shape, and that is being having edges being just sharpened and coming closer, then moving sharper. Likewise, it is being revolution, and that revolution have a must change in season. So this thing you have to understand. So rotation is only having an effect on time, but revolution is having a major impact on season. So there we can conquer two concepts, time and seasons for revolution. Now third point which have due to which we are having a change in season, it is called parallelism of axis. Parallelism of axis is nothing but it is simple case. As we can see, it's having 66-degree a tiltness. This tiltness is being kept quite simple and same throughout its rotation like this. I'm not rotating now. Whenever it is revolving around the sun, it will keep that whole tiltness as such. It is not changing like this side or that side. It is being like this for forever whenever it is completing one whole revolution. One whole revolution consists of how many days? Yes, it's 365 days. 365 days or 366 in case of leap year. Yes, very correct. So that's the thing where we have to think about some of the concerns about these three major impacts which have the major changes on our seasons. And these seasons are happening due to these changes: parallelism of axis, revolution, tiltness in our Earth's shape. And one more thing is there. Can you guess that? Yes, it's about our Earth is having two hemispheres. It's being divided into two. You can see there one of the line, imaginary latitude line which I have drawn here. It's being imaginary, but it is dividing our Earth into two equal spheres. Not spheres, hemispheres. So those spheres are having different features also. You may have noticed one thing. Most of our continents fall under the northern hemisphere, not the southern hemisphere. So because of that, we can see there are as it's a coincidence, before the gigantic movements of the continents, it was not like that. But afterwards, the gigantic movements of this all plates and continents, we have shifted towards the northern hemisphere. This happened. And you know, one of the thing due to which we are having a tiltness, and that tiltness is being also the reason we are having such a varieties of seasons there on our earth. So depending upon these three factors of changing seasons, let me ask you, which line crosses latitudinally the earth is known as what name? What is the name given? Yeah, it's equator. The line which passes latitudinally earth cut us into two hemispheres is 0 degree, and it is called as equator. And you should know one thing, we are considering this equator as the place where most of the heat of the sun is being absorbed, because it's directly felt upon equator. Always the equator feels the direct ranges of suns and feel the highest amount of heatness, due to which you can see African continents and some of the American continents are having such a varieties of equator, or that is passing through equator. These places are mainly desert oriented. Have you heard of Sahara Desert? Yeah, Sahara, Thar deserts, all these are the deserts which are coming under these regions of equator. Then moving from there to this. May I know what is the name for this line? Yeah, it's 23 degrees Celsius. It's called as Tropic of Capricorn. And same likewise, it's having above also. It's also of 23 degrees Celsius. And what is it being called? Yes, very well, very well. Tropic of Cancer. And may I know whether India is following equator, Tropic of Capricorn? No, Tropic of Capricorn it won't be. Tropic of Cancer. Which out of this two, which line is being passed through mid of the India? Very correct. So it's none other than Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is being crossed through our Gujarat to the last of east-northeast place known as Kibatu. Those places are being crossed by this Tropic of Cancer, and you can see there one of the major fact. That's why we the South Indians doesn't face such a winter wherever on the north side of our India is facing a winter which is so cold and chill. We don't have such a snowfall, such all things due to this line. See how a line can determine the seasons. So these interesting facts and major more things are being oriented for our understandings, and moreover it's just an imaginary line. All this is about the revolution and the shape of the earth, and it's rotating around our whatever it's called, its sun. So now moving from there, let me explain some of the dates you may have observed major seasons. So let me start from summer. Can you explain, can you give me an idea about summer? What do you feel in summer? Yes, of course, we will feel heatness, or heat is being felt in summer. What are the major vegetables or fruits you may have studied which has been grown in summer, and what types of clothes we will use to wear? Why this heat is being felt in summer? What is a month when summer is being felt? Which month? Very correct. So it is from March 21st to June 21st. To this time period, we are feeling the time of heatness. And this heatness is none because our earth is moving in such manner with a tilt, and the revolution is being in such a manner. We are facing the northern hemisphere is being facing so much heat at that time. So I will explain with the help of this figure that's being shown there. You can see there in that figure, the heat is being such a case. If you are taking India here, if the sun is there, it is hitting like this, and it's keeping the tiltness like this. Sun is coming and it is simply revolving and rotating also. Rotation will be taking place per day. per revolution. It will be having the same phase up to June 21st. So up to that day, it will be feeling the same heatness, and that is called as summer. Then moving from there to the next one, that is called as winter. So what do you understand by the winter? Yeah, winter we mostly face the case of coolness, cold, chilling. So I will write here winter. It is cold, or you may not have eating ice creams in the winter. You may have a cup of tea or coffee in the winter. So that's one of the feature. We need always heatness to maintain our body heat. So there you wear woolen clothes there. So what's happening in winter? Yes, winter similarly where our northern hemisphere is having an apparent movement of sun. That is a fourth case which we have to discuss. It's an apparent movement of sun, due to which sun is not moving. If this is the sun is not moving, but Earth's hemisphere is keeping like this, and it is moving, which shows that sun is moving above and below because of this tiltness. Because of this tiltness and revolution, we feel so sun is moving up and down. So due to that, at the time of winter, what happens? We feel that sun is moving to the southern hemisphere, and we felt we are getting very low amount of heatness, and that time is from December 22 to March 23. Yes, correct. So from there to March 23, we are feeling the coldness and we are losing the heatness, and in between we have transition seasons, which are known for its features of shedding leaves and blooming flowers. May I know which are those two seasons? Yes, those are known as spring and autumn. Autumn is being known for its shedding the leaves and everything, because they are preparing for the winters to come. That's the time gap you have to understand. We have not taken straight away from September to December. So September to December is the time when autumn arrives. Autumn. You have to think about autumn. It is from autumn. Autumn is being observed from the time of September 23 to December 22 in the northern hemisphere of our earth. So this is about autumn. Now moving from there to the next one, that is spring. So here spring comes, it's also a transition change when winter is being transcend into summer. So that time period, that is March to June, is being taken where we are beginning to have heatness. Here the thing is, climate is so convertible and climate is so good that they are adjustable with every condition and ready to adjust with blooming capacity. So this 4 seasons, 4 different months of time period is being taken as seasons all over the world. It's only case of northern hemisphere. When you come to think about southern hemisphere, same process is happening there also, but this apparent movement is felt opposite or inverse in their case. When we are feeling summer, they will feel the winter. So major points of today's chapter were mainly depending upon the reasons why we have changes in season. First one is its tiltness. Our earth is having a tiltness. When you consider parallelly, it is having 66, vertically it is having 23 degrees Celsius, and parallelism of axis, that is, it is maintaining that tilt throughout the revolution. Third one, apparent movement of sun, that is, we feel so that earth is not moving, sun is moving to northern and southern hemisphere. Last but not least, it is about the fourth factor. That's all about our seasons chapter and regarding the content. So for further the time content and how to calculate time zones, all this will be continued in the next class. For watching this, please subscribe my channel. So until next time, bye and take care.